Wake up, not just from sleep, but from the trance you've been living in. This is your life. This is your day. This is your moment. The sun doesn't rise for decoration. It rises for you to rise with it. You've got one shot today to step into your power. One shot to bring your energy, your hunger, your fire. The world doesn't wait for people who hesitate. It rewards those who wake up ready to dominate. So ask yourself right now, are you going to drag your feet through the day, or are you going to OWN it? The first key to dominating the day is ***, owning your morning with absolute intention and energy ***. Because how you start determines how you finish. If you start scattered, you end scattered. If you start strong, focused, and charged, you carry that momentum into everything. Your morning isn't a warm-up, it's the launchpad. Champions don't wake up and see what the day gives them. Champions wake up and decide what they're going to give the day. That's why the very first moments of your morning matter more than you realize. Before the emails, before the world gets noisy, there's a space that belongs to you. And if you don't command that space, life will. So many people start their day reacting instead of creating. They reach for their phone before they reach for their purpose. They get up tired, complain about the alarm, and drag their body like a zombie to the coffee machine. That's not living, that's survival. You want to win, then act like a winner from the first second. When your feet hit the ground in the morning, that's your first victory. Now take it further, move your body, breathe with intensity, prime your mind with gratitude and power. Don't just wake up with a purpose. Speak into your life, visualize the outcome you want, condition your mind to expect more. Don't say, I hope it's a good day. Say, I'm making it a great day. That mindset changes everything. The minute you declare victory before the battle, you show up differently. Energy is created, not gifted. And the way you shape your mornings sculpts the reality you live in. So decide, are you just waking up? Or are you waking up to win? Every single morning, you are either conditioning your mind, or your mind is conditioning you. Most people wake up and immediately plug into the chaos. The news, the texts, the to-do list, the stress. That is a losing game. You don't start your day with fear, anxiety, or overwhelm, and then expect to perform like a warrior. It doesn't work like that. If you want to dominate your day, you've got to prime your mind like a champion does before stepping into the ring. You see, your mind is like a garden. If you don't plant powerful thoughts, weeds will take over. The world is already trying to convince you of limits. Social media shows you what you're not. The news tells you what's going wrong, and your own fears whisper what might not work. That's why you have to interrupt the pattern. You have to consciously feed your mind something that builds you, strengthens you, excites you. Every morning, take 10 minutes and pour fuel into your psychology, gratitude, goals, vision, energy. Ask yourself, what am I proud of? What am I excited for today? What outcome am I committed to? Feel it in your body. Speak it out loud. Move with certainty. Because when you train your brain to focus on what's good, what's possible, and what's in your control, you become unstoppable. Tony Robbins calls this priming. It's not optional if you want to operate at your highest level. It's essential. Just like a world-class athlete doesn't start their game cold, you can't start your day without preparing your mind for battle. You've got to rehearse the victory before you experience it. That's how confidence is built. That's how momentum is created. Your mind is your command center. And if you let outside forces program it with fear, doubt, or distraction, you give away your power before you even start. So instead, take it back. Build your mind like you'd build a fortress. Strong, intentional, impenetrable. That's how you walk into the world, not just hoping for a good day, but creating ***1. Every single morning, your power starts with your focus. Guard it, train it, prime it, then go win. One of the fastest ways to shift your energy, your mood, and your mindset especially in the morning, is to move your body with intensity and purpose. Motion is the doorway to emotion. You can't feel stuck, tired, or defeated when your physiology is aligned with power. Your body is not just something you use, it's a machine for energy, and if you want to dominate your day, you've got to fire it up first. Think about it. Have you ever noticed how your posture changes when you're confident, when you're focused, when you're winning? Your shoulders are back, your chest is up, your breathing is full, and your energy is electric. Now flip that. What does your body do when you're exhausted, anxious, or defeated? It collapses. Your breathing becomes shallow, your back hunches. That posture reinforces the emotion. So here's the key. If you want to feel powerful, start by moving like you are. Every morning, before the world has a chance to shape your day, you shape your body. Get your heart rate up, stretch, breathe deep, jump, dance, run, whatever it takes. Just get out of your head and into your body. Because when your blood is flowing and your breath is deep, your mind starts to open up. The fog clears, the fatigue fades. You start operating from a place of strength, not stress. Tony Robbins doesn't just talk mindset. He lives in a state of peak performance because he uses his body to create that state, and so can you. It's not about doing a 90-minute workout. It's about sending a message to your nervous system: I am alive, I am strong, I am ready. That one message, sent early, changes everything. Because when you move like a warrior, you begin to think like one. And when you think like a warrior, you show up like one. Your body is the foundation of your state. And your state is the foundation of your results. So never underestimate the power of a strong, energized, intentional morning routine. If you want to dominate your day, don't start slow. Don't roll out of bed and slump into your life. Rise, breathe, move, own it. The day doesn't start when the sun rises. It starts when you do. Clarity is power. Without it, you're drifting. With it, you're dangerous. Every single morning, you have two choices. Either let the day control you, or you take control of the day. And the way to do that is with ruthless clarity, knowing exactly what matters most, and locking in your focus like your life depends on it. Because in many ways, it does. Most people don't lack time. They lack intention. They wake up, they go through the motions, they check boxes, but they're not driven by a clear outcome. That's not productivity, that's activity. There's a big difference. Activity feels busy. Productivity gets results. And if you want to dominate the day, you can't afford to guess your way through it. You need to define your targets before you shoot the arrows. You don't run a race without knowing where the finish line is. So, why live your day without defining the win? Tony Robbins teaches that where focus goes, energy flows. So if your focus is scattered, your energy gets diluted. You get exhausted doing everything and accomplishing nothing. But when your focus is locked in, when your intention is laser sharp, your energy explodes in one direction. And that's when you make real progress. That's when you feel momentum, when you feel like you're actually winning instead of just surviving. So every morning, ask yourself, what must happen today for me to feel fulfilled, successful, and proud of myself? Not a list of 50 things. Pick the top 3, define them, write them, speak them out loud. Turn them into commitments, not just hopes. That clarity creates momentum. That clarity eliminates distractions. Because once you've defined your purpose, your brain starts working for you instead of against you. It begins filtering out the noise, aligning your decisions, and pulling you forward toward what truly matters. There's no power in randomness. There's no fulfillment in reaction. But there's unstoppable force in a human being who wakes up with clarity, vision, and purpose. The kind of force that doesn't just get through the day, but conquers it. And if you want to feel that, it starts with a few minutes each morning, locking in your focus and declaring, here's what I'm here to do, and nothing is going to stop me. Focus is the new superpower. In a world filled with endless noise, notifications, and comparison traps, the one who learns to protect their attention is the one who wins. You can wake up early, move your body, and even set your intentions. But if your mind is hijacked all day by distractions, you're giving your power away. And domination doesn't come from being busy. It comes from being locked in. Distraction is the silent killer of greatness. It doesn't show up all at once, it creeps in. One glance at your phone, one meaningless scroll, one quick check of email that turns into 45 minutes of putting out fires. You lose control without even realizing it. Your brain switches into reactive mode, and your goals fade into the background. And the worst part, you start to normalize it. You begin to accept distraction as a way of life. But here's the truth. That phone you check every 5 minutes, that's someone else's agenda. That endless stream of content, it's noise stealing your vision. You've got a mission. You've got a fire to protect. You can't allow yourself to be available to everything and still expect to master your craft. You're either driven by your purpose or pulled by your impulses. There's no middle ground. Tony Robbins teaches that success is about eliminating what's unnecessary just as much as it is about adding the right things. You have to simplify. You have to cut. You have to build an environment that makes focus inevitable. Turn off the noise, block the apps, shut the door, create space where your mind can breathe and execute. Because when your world is clear, your decisions become sharper, your energy becomes cleaner, and your progress becomes unstoppable. This is not about being perfect. It's about being intentional. Create blocks of time where nothing invades your focus. No notifications, no interruptions, no excuses. This is your sacred time to create, build, and move toward the life you've declared. You protect your vision by protecting your attention. You dominate your day by dominating your focus. So ask yourself, what's stealing your focus? And more importantly, what are you willing to do to take it back? The first hour of your day is the foundation of everything that follows. It's not just a warm-up, it's the blueprint. It programs your mind, primes your emotions, fuels your body, and shapes your behavior. If you win that first hour, the rest of the day tends to fall in line like dominoes. But if you lose it, if you start in chaos, distraction, negativity, or passivity, you're playing catch-up from the moment you step out of bed. Most people underestimate the power of how they begin. They think they can wing it. They think motivation will magically show up later. But success doesn't show up later. It starts immediately. That first hour determines your standard. It's your declaration of who you are and how you operate. You're either signaling that you're here to dominate or that you're going to drift. Tony Robbins calls this the hour of power for a reason. It's the time where you take command not just of your to-do list, but of your entire state, your emotions, your beliefs, your direction. The first hour should be sacred. It should be yours. No checking your phone. No reacting to the outside world. This is when you feed your mind with vision, move your body with intention, speak your outcomes into existence, and get laser focused on what matters. Imagine starting every day not with stress or panic, but with clarity, strength, and momentum. That's not just a good morning, that's a power morning. And when you stack those kind of mornings day after day, you don't just change your schedule, you change your life. You begin to carry a different energy. You stop reacting to life and start leading it. So make a decision. Build a morning routine that turns you into a weapon. Give yourself the fuel, the focus, the fire to go out and crush what matters. Guard that first hour like your life depends on it, because in many ways it does. The habits, the discipline, the choices you make when no one's watching, that's where domination begins. And if you win that window, you win the day. And if you win the day, you win your destiny.